Hi everybody, welcome back. We're back here. Thanks to my lovely sister. She got me this game for early for my birthday. So we are gonna play this. We're actually gonna continue where we left, or not probably not where we left off, but where we are. Probably have to start at the beginning again, maybe. But yeah, I'm never done yapping. But we should be done yapping for the video. Um, I've never done yapping, guys. Sorry. Just to give you context, in the stream, which you can always join, I was just talking about Tremors for the first 15 minutes of the um, of the thing. I was talking about Tremors, which we may have a watch party in my Discord, so don't forget that. Anyways, you guys are wonderful. Let's start the game. I'm pretty sure there's no loading, sadly. So I guess we're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna start where we did in the demo or not. So we'll see. It may not do the demo. Oh, it's probably gonna do the demo. That's fine. We'll still do the fun. Okay. Here comes that damn son of a bitch cap. Let me see if I can try to do some voices. I'll try. I don't. My 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 throat is done. You should know these hallways carry quite the echo. So watch your mouth, will you? This doesn't look like a Batman game. Is it supposed to be a Batman game? I wasn't talking about you, detective. Foster. Foster. Aren't you that detective who got booted from the force for losing his marbles? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're insinuating there. Anyway, you got a search warrant or what? Sure, I've got the damn search warrant right here, Mr. Pullman. Yeah, they did. I'm just looking out for my tenant's best interest. Yeah, they did, after the Cthulhu Mythos and stuff. Besides, I keep saying that you got the wrong guy. I know Carlos Ramirez lives in apartment 13, but Mr. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, huh? That's his name, yes. Clark Gable is the lead in Red Dust. I forgot about this. From the demo. This is all just the demo stuff. You gotta get out more, Pops. Cut the smart ass act and let me see that warrant. Aren't you going to read it? What's the point? I trust you, detective. If I had known that, I would have handed you a clipping from the Arkham Advertiser's sports page. Judge Roberts did not take kindly to being dragged out of the country club to sign this order. Judge Roberts? Fuck him and his country club. Right on. People have nowhere to drop dead. There are no jobs. This recession doesn't look like it'll ever end. Country club. Not enough folks jumped out of windows in Wall Street back in 29. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forgot he said that. Come on, spare me the lecture and unlock that damn door already. Ramirez is not here, is he? No, he still hasn't shown up. The apartment is empty. What do you expect to find in there? The jackpot. I beg your pardon? Police business, Mr. Pullman. Hi, Modern. I miss your face. Hopefully you're good. All yours, detective. What? You said Maria's wasn't it? And it's true. He hasn't been back all day. Are you sure? The door has the chain on. I see someone lying on the floor. And it's not Ramirez. Probably Julio, his sidekick. He's a small-time scammer and a blackmailer too. It's a trap! Lying on the floor. Oh, it's a crab. What? Wait, what? Dead? Don't worry. He's still breathing. Probably drunk. Hopped up. Or both. Not that it matters much. Hand me a saw or something so I can use to cut the chain. I don't keep tools around here. Nothing? Are you serious? Whenever something needs fixing, I call this Italian guy who works for Peanuts. Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy's like racist, isn't he? He brings his own toolbox. Alright, give him a call. Haven't heard from him in weeks. I see. I'll make do myself. Oh, press F1 for instructions. That's new. Ah, okay. Inventory, escape, display the help screen, quick save, quick load. Okay, so quick save. Quick save, wonderful. Okay, I did this in the demo. It's the only thing I'm going to skip through is just doing the stuff. So I'm going to skip through the reading of this. Blah, 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 blah. I just kind of wanted to see all this stuff. There's a smell coming out of there. Yeah, this is where he goes into a racist tirade. I don't know, it's not going to do with it. Okay. Nothing. I'm only skipping through just this first little bit because we already did it in the demo. What the hell did you put in there? Glue. You glued the handle of emergency axe to the clamp. Christ, why? It's still a weapon, you know? I can't trust these tenants. Could be a disaster. Oh god. You sure there ain't any tools in the building? I already told you. The guy who does the dirty work is one with the tools. Okay, yeah, so we need to... Now we have a loaded gun. This is the only thing I'm going to skip through. It's just this because we already did this. Do me a favor, take a few steps back. Like this. Now cover your ears. What? Wait a minute, don't! Open. Are you out of your mind? You're gonna raise hell in the whole building. I ran into a couple screaming their heads off in the lobby. On the stairs, some sorry bastard tried to mug me. One floor up, a drunk who could barely stand was hurling insults at me. Frankly, I think your tenants already live in hell. Speaking of hell, what's that smell? What? Oh, right. There are no toilets in the rooms, and these pigs have turned the communal washroom into a cesspool. I really ought to send someone to clean it up. The whole building smells as bad or worse than the Arkham River. It's not the smell. It's on this floor. It's whatever. Forget it. Okay. Hey, Julio. Looks like your pal got wise. We were closing in and left you high and dry. I want out of this dump, so make it easy on me. Where's the photo? Hey. I'm talking to you, asshole. You're so hopped up on heroin you don't even know I'm here, huh? Fucking junkies. A collection of whiskey bottles. Violation of the Volstead Act. Another charge to tack on. I think I'll keep this one for the waste of bullets getting in here. Fair's fair. Besides, I'm bone dry. I could use a good drink. Here's to you, Julio. Damn it. This is gasoline. You guys are making Molotov cocktails, huh? I thought you only ran the extortion racket. Can't get a word out of you, huh? Doesn't matter. You'll be singing like a canary when you get back from Wonderland. With one more charge added to your list, by the way. Since we're playing Retro Gamer, what the golden rule is? Never trust a dame! Sounds like fucking Christmas tree with all that neon. There's a jacket hanging here. I think I'm looking for might be one of the pockets. Nothing. Oh well. There's a cigarette burning. Can't have been long since Julio set out for Valhalla. Smooth, without any wrinkles. These crooks sure know how to make a better bed than I do. That Grant Wood painting I keep seeing everywhere these days. Even the lair of some small-time hustlers. I can see maggots having a feast on whatever's left in that garbage can. I'm gagging. There you are. Well, well. Looks like Mayor Bradley, the American immorality watchdog, is sneaking around with some company. I don't know what you were begging for from that girl, Mr. Mayor, but I doubt the photo is going to do much for your re-election. So the big fish you were trying to squeeze is Mayor Bradley. To be frank, I got no love for that bum. That's turning Arkham into a dump. And to top it off, word on the street is he's a big shot in the Ku Klux Klan. But law's the law, and the blackmail will land you behind bars. So I'll get the cuffs from the car, and you're coming with me. Have some class and take a rubber band off your arm after you shoot up. Did you find what you were looking for? Yes, the night's not over yet, though. You have to let me call the boys to take a Sleeping Beauty away. Once that's done, I promise you. That stench, you really don't smell it? I told you, it's probably the washroom. No. I know that smell. It's a kind of smelly smell. Kind of smelly smell that smells. Smelly. And it's coming from... Damn it. What's going on? Who's staying in room 14? I don't know his name. You don't know? Didn't you book him in? That guy showed up a week ago and handed me 20 bucks for the room on one condition, that I don't ask any questions. Starting with his name. Well, then you should know that the guy in the room is dead. What? That's the smell I'm talking about. The stink of a rotting corpse. What the fuck? Open the door. What a nasty night. Nothing but shit. What the hell? Any problems? Can't open the door. It's like it's been jammed from the inside. Move out of the way, I'm gonna fix this. Are you gonna shoot the lock? That's your solution? I told you there's something inside keeping the door from opening. It's not the lock's fault. It's like they nailed a plank to the frame so it can't be opened from the outside. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I might still try to do some voices. My throat's kind of shot from the yapping in today, but we will see. Sticky big glue in the clamp, keeping it from getting the axe out. I soaked the gunk with gasoline. I should loosen up a bit so it come off the clamp. Nothing but shit, look at his attitude. It's a hard world, Dark, and he's a hard man, apparently. Yes, I think all future detective games should have just a little bit of sarcasm, for sure. Gasoline's off in the glue, but it's slow going. I need to speed it up. Not a trace of the glue. Don't you smell something burning? Nope, I don't think so. Limited edition gold-plated Ronson tuxedo lighter. It cost me a small fortune. Notebook for the detective's best friend. A Smith & Wesson Model 27. Standard issue for Arkham's Police Department. It holds 6 rounds. Compromising photo of Mayor Bradley. If it came to light, it could shake up the election. The fire scorched to handle a little, but there's nothing serious. It's still in perfect condition for emergencies. If I open this, like, does he do anything with it? I don't need to write that down. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Never mind. Okay, I got it. Oh, sorry. It's true. Something inside jamming the door. That's what I just said. You don't hear me bragging about it. The harvest lasts for 12 hours. Consult your physician. Exactly. What's your move then? Break it down. Get out of the way. With the axe? Yeah, so back up. Who's paying for it? Arkham PD? We'll get you a new one for Christmas. For the 3rd time, move. I'm a crack shot with a gun, but an axe? Not so sure. Good lord. Oh shit. Do me a favor. Phone the Arkham police station and... Can't. The phone said. I stopped paying for it. Then get outside and find a cop. Tell them we got a code 345 here. 345, quick. Yes, yes. Ah, hell. I don't know what the fuck's happening to this town. Oh shit, not again. Calm down, Jack. Remember what Dr. Strainer told you. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. What we got? Got drawers. Empty. Window. Both the window and the door were boarded up tight. In other words, no one could have come in here and pulled this voodoo shit. And if the killer was already here, it sure as hell didn't vanish into thin air. This crazy ritual. You did it all by yourself? God damn it, how? Look what they used to paint that circle on the floor. The color isn't much different from blood. Okay, just checking if there's anything. Blurred. For God's sake, what got burned here? Oh shit, what the hell? Holy shit, it's a charred hand. What the fuck happened here? Exactly. The poor bastard's wallet is probably in one of these jacket pockets. Let's see who this guy is. There's nothing in the pockets. Who are you? Papers are in a language I don't know. Not that I know much more than English. Like 90% of Americans. I hate this city even have to look at. I hate the city to even look at on a map. Should I write these down? I'm not gonna transcribe all that crap. Hell, I don't even know what language it's in. Okay, well, okay, I'm sorry. I just thought maybe be a good detective. Whatever. Beheaded. But wait a minute. Damn it. They didn't even use a weapon to do it. It looks like they ripped it off with their bare hands. Bare hands? What kind of beast is something like this? Astarion? No, it's not Astarion. He's fine. By the way, I don't see the head anywhere. Did they take it? Just see if I can... Anything? Nope, nope, sorry. Okay. Tattoo on his back matches the symbol on the floor. I should log this strange symbol in my notebook. It seems my only lead to figure out who this poor bastard is. Drawing's not my strong suit, but I'll do my best. Ding! Done. It's not a hopper, but damn good copy of the tattoo. Alright, nothing else to do here. I should call Julio in. Hope he hasn't come to his senses to skip town. Okay, nothing else, right? We looked at everything. Okay. Oh, Detective Foster, it's you. I'm Agent Frank. Frank Ross. For God's sake. Blueberry pie, huh? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't sweat it, kid. You'll get used to it. First time? Yes. At least you had the decency to puke out the door so you didn't contaminate the crime scene. Did you call it in? Yes, sir. They're on their way. Good. Stay put. Tell the camera guy to snap shots like he's some kind of bored tourist. You leaving, sir? Gotta take the guy from the room 13 with me. Hope to be back in time the coroner arrives. What do you think happened here, Detective Foster? Just another night in Arkham. Hi, Modern. I'm sorry you can't hear right now. I mean, not that it matters you can't hear me say that, but... I'm sorry you had a rough day, apparently. Jack? God damn it, Jack. What? Quit pacing around, will ya? It helps me think. You're making me dizzy. Now, put your ass right here. Trouble at home, Captain? Don't get smart, Jack. I'm not in the mood for wisecracks today. I'm always in the mood for wisecracks. What's going on? That damn mayor. I slipped in the photo those two half-wits are trying to blackmail him with. End of story. Case shut. And you know how he paid me back? Oh god. He's given a campaign speech at the Arkham Coliseum tonight. Swears someone's gunning for him. So he asked me and a few boys to play bodyguards. Lord. Reap what you voted for. So Bradley's sweating bullets. Because of the Molotovs pinched off Ramirez and his stooge? No, that's not it. A Julio punk sang like a canary after his trip to Wonderland. Turns out they wanted to use him to hit the Arkham Adventurer, or Advertiser offices. I don't know why I said Adventurer. To believe it's an ultra-conservative pamphlet, a mouthpiece for the power that should be burned to the ground. Good lord. Guess writing angry letters to the editor wasn't enough for them. Oh my god. Tell Bradley you can't go. I don't have a choice. He's top dog in the polls and most likely get re-elected. I've gotta make him see that slashing the department's budget isn't a good idea. So if you want to keep cashing your paycheck, let me kiss his ass in peace, will ya? Fine by me. And speaking of unpleasant things, esoteric crap you dug up today's got me worried. One stiff with his head ripped clean off, another charred to a crisp, just a hand left behind. Two victims of some satanic ritual. You're taking the case, and you'll have a partner. You don't know him. Fresh blood. Transferred in from Providence. Knows his way around cults and black books. I work alone, boss. He's the right man for the job. He's been a big help while you were gone. I'd rather fly solo. There you go. Where do you think you're going? To crack the case. Alone. That wasn't a request. It was an order. And you better damn well follow it. You know why? Because I'm sticking my neck out for you, and don't forget your reinstatement's hanging by a thread. They're all waiting for you to slip so they can kick you out on the street. Alright, I get it. I'll play nice. That's more like it. So who's the lucky guy? Harvey Whitman. We set him up with an office in the basement. Oh, wow, nice. Go see him. He wants to go over a few things with you about the case. A bit of an odd duck. Believes in black magic, said there are things in this world we can't wrap our heads around. He doesn't push it as far as you, Jack. One last thing. Yes. Dr. Strainer called. She said you haven't completed all your sessions. She wants to try regression therapy on me, Captain. Regression therapy? What the hell kind of mumbo-jumbo is that? Something I'm not about to go through, that's what. I don't give a damn whether you're willing or not. Go see her, you do what she says, like she's your mother, you hear? Yeah, fine. Go see Dr. Strainer! Hard-headed fool. Well. So it's true they cut you loose, huh? Got a problem with that, Evans? You're damn right there's a problem. And that problem is you. Happy New Year puts us all on the line of fire. I'm recovered. Nothing for you to lose sleep over. Recovered my ass. You pulled a gun on all of us. I won't let you feed on my sanity, you monsters. You fucking psycho. They gotta throw you in a padded cell and push the key into the Miskatonic. Miskatonic? Listen real close, asshole. What the hell's going on here? Evans is just giving me a warm welcome. Ain't that right, partner? Foster shouldn't be here, Captain. You're the one who shouldn't be here, Evans. Shouldn't you be chasing down those missing babies? Yes, it's just that newborns are getting snatched all over the town, Evans. Get your ass moving. But Captain, beat it. Asshole. That's for you, Jack. Don't make me say it twice. Go see Dr. Striner. You know how I feel about. I had the time to bust my balls, Jack. The mayor called, and I have to be at the Arkham Coliseum in 2 hours ahead of schedule. Today's the day we swallow the crap we don't want to swallow. Got it? So you know what you gotta do. Hold on, is there a... Oh, I'm not out of the cutscene yet. Okay, there we go. Now I'm out of the cutscene. I love how you guys literally predicted, and I get it, because it's like a, you know, it's supposed to be like this, but I just love how you guys predicted it already, and that just makes me so happy. I know, but I love it. I love it. I'll work alone, boss. I can't be tamed. Well, the mayor's up my ass, and you're a loose cannon, so you gotta work with him. I love it so much, dude. I can't. It's so good. Okay. Walter Goodman, missing, age 24, originally from Haverville. Last seen at his home at 100 High Street, Arkham. My mug used to hang up there. Now with the spineless weasel, Arthur Evans is taking my spot. What did you do to earn that, Evans? The only thing you can brag about is your tongue ain't worn out yet from licking the captain's boots. Someone dished something wrapped in a newspaper. This is coming with me. Oh, hey. I'm just clicking on things. Like, I'm not, like... I don't see anything burning. Since Prohibition, the brass wants to stay dry. Of course, they know the biggest boosters wear patches. Who's this guy? Ah, Foster. Heard you were back. Hadn't seen you around. How you holding up? You didn't witness that whole exchange? I guess. You got the boys all pissed off, you know that? Yeah, not exactly prom king around here. They blame you for Mac. You too, huh? Me? Nah. Happens. We're cops. Comes with the territory. I'm not to blame for what happened to Mac. Yeah, I know. You gotta admit the story you told was a little off. Having fun with that coin? Oh, this? Busted a shell game hustler near Wandre? The guy was pretty good, you know? Told him that if he showed me the trick, I'd talk to the judge and get him his sentence reduced. Obviously, I ain't telling the judge shit. Want me to show you? Come on, if you guess which hand I have the coin in, you can have it. What do you say? Yeah, why not? Alright, then let's go. Left hand? Or right? Left. Tough luck, Foster. You're a detective, you should have known where it was. Wait, I want to try again. Foster. Let's see if I look any better this time. Guess the hand and the coin's yours. Ready? Alright, where's the coin? Left hand? Or right? He shook this one twice. Do left again. Oh. Okay. Hold on. I want to see if he does it again. Left hand? Right, okay, maybe it's left hand. Punch him in the face! Drop whatever is in his hands! Okay, yes, left. Wait, how? Why should I keep saying left? Okay, maybe I just need to keep saying right? A damn dirty game. I know, I'm trying to... What the freak? Okay, I don't get it. I don't... If you're supposed to be able to win it, I don't know. Then again, you'll never know. Huh. Okay. The offices to the stairs, elevator. It's weird. Maybe you can guess it? I don't know. It's kicking the groin. Cab's off, not around. This office locked up tight. Okay. They say you want me to go to my partner, right? Basement. This is the first time I've ever been down to the basement. Right? Yeah? Hold on. Oh, wait, that's not. There we go. Lockers. Empty. Alright, let's check the next one. There's a toolbox. Rusted solid. Completely useless. Boxes. Office supplies, so the labels say. Well, look at that. Whole box full of letter openers. I'm done shredding envelopes with my hands. Especially when I tune it with nails. Especially when I tune it to nubs. Nice. This is where they stash you, huh, Calvin? Smart move, sitting out the 28 election. You dodged a bullet, not having to manage this whole damn crisis. I'm not curing brownouts by poking at breakers. They're coming from the elevated train on the Barlow Street right behind the station. Okay. Stairs. Door. Guess this is where they parked my new partner. What was his name again? Holden? Hunter? Oh, damn, it's right there on the plaque. Harvey Whitman. I totally forgot to. Harvey Whitman? I'm Jack Foster, your new partner. Damn it. What the? Oh. You must be Jack Foster, my partner. And you're Harvey. Harvey Whitman. A pleasure. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to shake your hand. Of course you won't. You just came out of the bathroom. That's not the reason. I think shaking hands is a social convention that disregards those who find physical contact. Okay, cut the crap. Captain already told me you're not a duck. He said that? He said you wanted to talk to me about the case. Yes, come with me. It's just a normal looking office. I took the liberty of making a rendering of a tattoo on our victim's back based on the crime scene photos. What? I already drew it. Your sketch was rather crude, and several symbols are not corresponding to the original positions. I apologize if I offended you, but it's a matter of organization. Don't sweat it. Around here, everything's organized. Even crime. So I prefer not to show crime scene photos to civilians, so I drew it as faithfully as possible. Oh wow, it's really good. Hold on, what the hell is that? What? Where? The lower right corner. A symbol. It wasn't on the victim's back. It's my signature. Your signature? What is this, an art contest? No. Why? Forget it. Go on. See the symbols outside the circle? The origin is lost to the mist of time. Some experts claim they could predate cuneiform writing. Cuna what? Is the earliest writing system on record, developed by the ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia 3,000 years before Christ. I studied these symbols years ago as very basic concept-based script. Can you read them? What do they say? A bit rusty, but several can be translated to repulsion or rejection. Now, look at the ones that follow the line of the circle. They look like arrows. Exactly, and they do point outward. A similar symbology is reflected in the several cells of the Code de Gauls written by Count Aerolite? It all suggests a warding spell. According to the Book of Ebon, this type of spell, to be effective, the pattern must be duplicated between the person and protected by the space where they want to be protected. So you're saying the tattoo on the victim's back and the symbol on the floor, according to your theory, the guy wasn't a victim of ritual, he was protecting himself. Protecting himself from who? Or from what? I have a question. The symbol in the center. You haven't mentioned it. What does it mean? I can't say for certain. I believed it would be the emblem of an order. I combed through my library looking for its meaning or a similar pattern, but I haven't been able to find it. However, for several years now, I've been in contact with a man who is very knowledgeable on occult symbolism. Benjamin Marsh. He's an antiquarian and one of the leading experts on the subject, and he's here in Arkham. He's a very private person. He's always refused to meet in person, but we communicated by letter. Lately, he hasn't been answering my letters. I fear something may have happened to him. Sounds like we should pay the social butterfly a visit. Might give us a clue to the victim's identity if we crack that emblem. Okay. There's always a matter of the hand found next to the body. The charred one, right? Our second Vic at the scene. His prints don't match anyone in our files. We don't know his identity. We haven't found the source of the fire or any fuel that caused it. I have analyzed the photograph and come to the conclusion that this type of charred is quite unusual. Typical of spontaneous human combustion. Oh my god, so scary. I'll tell you about that in a minute. A phenomenon that's not very common but real. Wait a second, spontaneous what now? Say that again? This man burned without any external source of ignition. I beg your pardon. The victim burned on his own. You're kidding me? That's not even possible? Absolutely. In fact, this morning I read a story in today's edition of the Arkham Advertiser about a lecture by a certain Philip Moore who studies these phenomena. We can present the case to him and perhaps establish a connection between the protection spell and the spontaneous human combustion of the second victim. Hold on, are you telling me some black magic hex cooked him from the inside? You buy into black magic? A year ago I might have called it bunk, but lately let's say I'm a bit more open-minded. Leave it at that. What about you? My background is in science. I'm supposed to reject these superstitions, but in my years of service I have witnessed things that defy rational explanation. I'm not sure that comforts me, but at least I'm not alone. Okay, so where is this fellow you mentioned giving his talk? I don't remember. I skimmed the news and haven't thought about it till just now. All I know is that the lecture is today. Well, grab a newspaper and we'll find out. I don't have it here. Mackenzie took it with him this afternoon. Alright, let's find that newspaper and pay a visit to the expert of symbology. Grab your hat. We're rolling. I don't wear one. Another social convention you don't agree with? No, the lining gives me eczema on my forehead. Oh! Good lord. What are you doing? I'm taking the photos of the charred hand. I want to show them to the expert. We're set. You have your notebook with you? Yes? Alright, now that we're partners, you're on note duty. Which means I don't have to carry mine. Something tells me my pockets are going to be full before this case is over. Let's go. Pentagram's got my attention. But the one on the floor is the one I care about. You're not performing satanic rituals and all that crap down here, are you? I will admit, I have performed some in the past, purely as a method to better understand the Satanist mindset, but this is not the case. I was looking for a correlation between these two symbols for a research project and didn't have another blackboard available. And here I thought you were just summoning Lucifer in your spare time. No, it's just... Right, I get the picture. But yeah, what a man does in his own office is, yeah. So this is a normal government office. From the government. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it was real or not, but the idea that spontaneous human combustion could be real terrifies me, even if it's like a 0.000000001% chance. Terrifies me. And also, I thought quicksand was going to be way more prevalent when I was an adult. Like, quicksand ain't as prevalent as I thought it was going to be. Diploma. Certified as a specialist in psychiatry, Dr. Harvey Whitman. You're a shrink? Yes. Doctor too? Yes, I'm a doctor in psychiatry. From the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Aren't you just full of surprises? What's the story with these connected dots on the Arkham map? It's an investigation I've been conducting for quite some time. I'm all ears. I don't want to bore you with the details. Alright. You've been swamped with these cults springing up, huh? Looks like folks are getting nuttier by the day. It's a bit more complex than that. Oh, really? Well, what do I know? You're the expert. Is this your handwriting? That's right. What's wrong? Geez, you write like you sign your name. Need a hint of John? I already went. What about you? The Johns upstairs are always a mess. Doubt this one down here is any better, so I'll pass. Don't worry, I clean it every day. So you won't shake your partner's hand, but you'll scrub a toilet bowl? I doubt that. Rather you don't go poking around in those drawers. Why? I got material from ongoing cases. I'd rather you not mess up my files. You ever read anything besides occult books? Of course. Like what? Horror and science fiction? You know wonder stories? Weird tales? Nah, I leave that kind of stuff to the crackpots. Is this real? Indeed. I'm not asking how it found its way here. What's this? Ancient Druidic figurines. Please don't touch, they're very delicate. It's not functional. Line doesn't reach down here. It's purely for decoration. Okay, just want to see if there's anything. So what do we do now? Let's get out of my office. There's nothing to do down here unless you won't listen to the radio. I mean, the radio's been kind of soothing. I'm not gonna lie. Modern racket ain't for me. You don't make tunes like they used to. What? This is so soothing? Anyway, whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's recap. We got 2 victims. One guy was found with his head ripped clean off, lying in some kind of pentagram. And that was left, the other, all that was left the other was his hand. And according to you, it's due to, what did you call it? Spontaneous human combustion. Yeah, that. First we had a warding spell tattooed on him. What or who was he trying to protect himself from? From the second victim? Alright, let's pretend the fairy dust is real for a minute. Was the second victim killer, or did the spell do its job? It's possible that the second victim was decorating or collaborating with the ritual for some reason and it got out of control. I hope you're right, because if I'm being honest, I'm way over ahead on this one. Okay, let's go see your pen pal so he can explain the emblem on the first victim's back. That will give us a clue as to the identity. If he belongs to an order or cult, he may be able to place it. We also pay a visit to that Philip Moore guy. You can tell us if there's a connection between that spell and spontaneous human combustion. We need a copy of the Arkham Advertiser. I don't remember where that talk will take place. Alright, let's hunt one down. Let's go. I don't think so. Really? You're not gonna go up the stairs? We'll leave the exercise for another day. There's an elevator right here. And when that elevator breaks down... Let's go to evidence. Probably don't need to, but let's go to evidence. What's the way to the evidence lockup? And who's Robert E. Howard again? Our new president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The so-called experts think he'll pull us out of this whole mess. So did you pull the lever for the last execution? The vote was secret. I figured. Socialist Party of America, huh? Ah, makes sense. From his proud display of his greatest hits straight from the pages of the Arkham Advertiser. They say water is supposed to be odorless, colorless, and tasteless. This one smells awful, has a greenish color, and tastes like hell. Did they come straight from the Arkham River or what? Just want to see if there's anything else. Sorry, I'm just looking at things. Why are you closing? What? Bah. What's that smell? Greasy and delicious. Hello? Wilbur? How's it going, Wilbur? Can't complain. I mean, of course I can, but at least I have a job. And pray it stays that way. By the way, hey, sorry about Mac. Yeah, well, what kind of feast are you guys having back there? Smells good, huh? Got some hot dogs from a guy in a stand over at Long Park. By the way, I saw Frank the Worm there. Word he's on Mayor Bradley's campaign now. He sends his regards, and he's part of the campaign team. That rat's up to something. He's performed. I'll believe it when I see it. I think I'll swing by. Something about this stinks. Ooh. Joint's leaking all like a sieve. One of these days we're gonna have to swim out of this dump. Oh no. Oh, why didn't you take a bucket of water? Yes, why would you take a bucket of water? Why wouldn't I? Thank you, Harvey. Thank you for asking the question. They're entry forms for registering evidence. If you want to log evidence, you fill out a form first. Hey, Harvey. You heard of the Colin Harrison Act? Yeah, they went and legalized the sale of beer and wine. They say Roosevelt is about to sign it. That's good news. Why don't we get a head start on celebrating? There's a guy whose bastard's upstairs trying a blind eye, and I think we can get some couple of bottles of... Are you out of your mind? Do not count on me. I guess so. Sometimes a man needs a bucket of water. So how does this work? You know the drill, Foster. What's the matter with you? You bring me some evidence, you fill out the delivery form, and I log it. Like we've always done. Okay. Good go. Bye, Foster. Okay, that was it, I think, for here. I mean, sometimes a man needs a bucket of water, I guess. I don't know. Are you out here just grabbing buckets of water? You know what I mean? Oh, time to go pay this two guys a visit. Benjamin Marsh and Philip Moore. First one can tell us the meaning of the emblem on the first victim's tattoo, and the second one can tell us the connection between a spell and spontaneous human combustion. But first we need a copy of the taste edition of the Arkham Advertiser. There's an article about the venue for Philip Moore's lecture. You set? Let's go. Okay, so there's antiques, the psychiatrist, the park, or the police station. What are you, aquaphobic? Hold on, let me make sure I didn't... Oh, what if I do it with him there? Hold on. Foster. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the thing is. Okay. Jack. Oh, wait, he's gonna tell me! He's gonna tell me! What's going on? He's palming it in his sleeve. What? The coin, he keeps it in his sleeve. Yes! Foster. Yes! Where's the coin? It's this one because it's lower. Neither. It's up your sleeve. Whitman tipped you off, huh? Hey, you. You think you're clever, huh? What? You never open your mouth, and when you do, it's to screw me over. It wasn't a fair game. There was no chance to win. What's the goddamn point, you idiot? Hey, Archer, you're out of line. You know, do you know who you're working with? Whitman's nothing but a bookworm. Eventually the second things get rough. I don't know about that. What I do know is that you owe me a coin. Fuck it, you want your coin? Here's your blasted coin. Yeah! Mark my words, Foster. You guys can leave me high and dry. Oh wait, I got a newspaper from the garbage. Well, that was awkward. Is that true? What? He hinted that you have no street experience. Of course I do. Most of my work is done in the office, but assist my colleagues as my presence is required. Then why did Archer say it? I don't know. I guess like you, I'm not very popular with my colleagues. But I promise you I'll rise to the occasion. I'll cover you when I have to, and I'll be there when you need me. Are you sure? You should trust me is what I'm telling you. You're my partner. Aw. I know Archer's been saying I belong in the loony bin, but he's one of the ones who blames me for what happened to Mac. When he saw me, the son of a bitch didn't have the guts to say it to my face. You better be up to it out there, Harvey. I will. Don't worry about it. Let's move. Pastrami with cheese, or at least is what I gathered from the greenish moldy filling. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it would have it on there. Okay. Well, I tried. Oh. I can buy a sody pop. Captain's okay. That's fine. Let's go. I was like, I forgot that I grabbed a newspaper. I thought maybe it would be on the newspaper, but I was wrong. Yeah, rabies gives you hydrophobia for sure. Some caffeine. Okay, I guess I could go to the psychiatrist? He told me to do it. Oh, there's a newspaper thing right there. Hey Harvey, tell me a bit about yourself. Are you married? Why do you talk so much? You haven't stopped talking for a moment. I talk so much because you talk so little. Someone's got to balance the universe. One moment, Dr. Steiner's private practice is in this building. You know her? Yes, we're working together on an innovative psychological profile based on various cult leaders. What are we doing here? Simple bureaucracy. It'll only take a moment. Number 13. Are you superstitious? No. What about you? Don't need to be. I was born with bad luck. Aww. It's a federal crime to steal mail. I'm not stealing, I'm investigating. I'm a detective, remember? A dame? There is a dame in this building. We have to be careful. First floor, Baker and Greenbaugh, a court attorneys at law. Second floor, Kingsport Trading Company. My favorite head doctor, Dr. Helen's Rainer, is on the third floor. Poster for the Arkham League for Decency. They say, stay dry because we voted dry. There's an ad for women's swimsuits. Where exactly are they meant to swim in Arkham? In the filthy Miskatonic River? Dracula, a Carl Laemmle production? Have you seen it? I lost interest in it when I read that it wasn't faithful to the novel. Okay. An Arkham advertiser. This morning's edition. We're in luck. One copper in the slot, and we learn where combustion quack's talking. Where's the coins? A penny is an issue. Okay, fine. What the hell? There's something in the slot that's stopping me from inserting the coin. So the rumors are true. What? The rumors? What rumors? A couple weeks ago, Amanda Bradley removed the Miskatonic Herald's license to sell through these machines. I guess he did it in a fit of rage over the article linking him to the Ku Klux Klan. I doubt very much that it's legal. Get to the point. Rumor has it that the Herald is sending its peddlers to sabotage the Arkham advertiser machines. Well, the Fourth Estate Wars have just screwed us over. What if we try this? Hope I can get the gum out with the letter opener. I guess we'll do the trick. I'm a resourceful man. Ah, okay, I still have to use the quarter, or the penny. The renowned parapsychologist Philip Moore visits Arkham. Fans of the mystery and supernatural are in luck as famous British popularizer of these topics will visit our city on his North American tour to present his new book, Spontaneous Human Combustion, a Reality. The gathering of his readers would take place tonight at the esoteric bookstore, the Ishtar Gate, where, in addition to signing copies, he would give a lecture on the book's chilling subject. The bookstore has decided to limit attendance to the event, leading scholars on the subject and a small but select group of journalists will form the core of the lucky guests invited to the event. However, several cut-out invitations have been made available to the general public and can be found in the pages of this month's issue of Strange Eons magazine. At 25 years of age and following in the footsteps of his father, Patrick Moore, a pioneer in metaphysic research, has become one of the most famous popularizers of paranormal phenomena thanks to his successful books such as The Visitors and Behind the Veil, which recount the investigations carried out in native England. Walter Bloch, the correspondent for this newspaper, will attend the event to interview Philip Moore about these strange and unusual events that cause some people to be reduced to ashes without the apparent external source of ignition. Tomorrow we invite our readers to discover the mysteries of spontaneous combustion from one of its greatest experts. Ooh, the smoothness of an 8. Wait, smoothness of an 8, the economy of a 4. Walter P. Chrysler announces new Plymouth floating power with freewheeling $655 for a brand new car. Okay, Taryn, have a good one. Thank you for coming in while you could. Philip Moore. That's our man. The Ishtar Gate. Ring a bell? Yeah, the Esoteric Bookstore. Oh, it's on Weiss Street. Yeah, get better, Taryn. Oh. Good evening. Is this where the brain picking happens? Shh, silence. What's going on? I'm with a patient who... Oh, Dr. Whitman, it's a pleasure to see you again. Doctor? I'm a doctor of psychiatry. You know that. I can't see you right now, Mr. Foster. I must attend to Mr. Ullman first. What's wrong? I put him under hypnosis and he won't wake up. But there's no need to worry since patients take a while to come out of hypnotic lethargy. This guy? Hypnotic lethargy? He's just asleep. Snap your fingers, whatever you do, and get him out of here. Doesn't matter if he's asleep or still in a trance. The protocol is still very clear. What does protocol say? We have to wait. To wait. Hey, buddy. This ain't no boarding house, so get off your ass and go home. Mr. Foster, I beg you not to disturb the patient. It would be dangerous for him to wake up suddenly. Let Jesse come back later and we can talk calmly. Dude, it's pendulum. The damn thing always makes me nervous. Please keep your voice down. Hey, buddy, rise and shine. Damn it. You hear that, Harvey? The guy's sawing logs. He's in a very deep sleep. Dr. Schreiner's got more diplomas than wall space. Psychiatry, neuropsychiatry, pharmacology. She's sharp as a scalpel. You're in good hands, Foster. Keep your voices down, please. Over the desk is a seal from the Arkham Police Department. Please stop snooping around my desk and stay away from it. What if I want to snoop around your desk? Books on psychiatry, I guess. Hey, Harvey. You read this direct, don't you? Mr. Foster. Can't make heads or tails of that canvas. Okay, fine. I'll leave. Bet the doc makes you see sexual acts in the shapes of that picture. Then pins the trauma tag on you. Don't trust these shrinks farther than you can spit. Just a Picasso, Jack. Oh my god. Okay, let's leave. I can't. It's so freaking funny. Okay, so we leave. Okay. We don't have to... We're going to go to the police station. We did this. That's the dude. Let's go here, just for fun. This is where you Pen Pal keeps his antique shop? Yes, it's a little further down the road. Oh, I'm supposed to go here. Well, never mind. Campaign poster. Forward with Bradley. As scoundrels ripped off Roosevelt's presidential campaign slogan. I don't see how the Democrats didn't slap a lawsuit on him. Whitfield's shaving lotion. Women will find you irresistible. My head hurts just looking at it. Bob's Diner. Good to see a few shops still clinging on. And some of them are open 24 hours a day. Can we go in? Want to get some grub? Something smells good. You up for a bite? We're in the middle of investigation and we're running late. How about we leave it for later? Your call, partner. Fine. Guess we should go do things. Wait, hold on. What was free? Free? What's this? Free? Yeah, Rob wants to do something for folks who lost everything and can't afford a plate, but they don't look healthy. I mean, the cans are rusted to hell. Doubt the insides are any prettier. Look, this is a Rob's thing. Complain to him. What the hell? They're free. I'll grab one. What is it? A can of canned sardines made by the McNeil Company. It doesn't look like it's in very good condition. Okay, fine. I know. Oh my god, the food's probably just so good, but you probably are in the restroom afterwards. Doggo! How are you, buddy? Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to pet the dog. So you wouldn't shake my hand when we met, but you'll pet a mangy stray. Get your hand the hell away from it unless you want to catch mange. Oh, don't be rude to the dog. Good night, gentlemen. Hey, you, what are you drinking? Me? Rum. In that case, I have no choice but to confiscate the ball and take you to the police station, sir. What are you doing? What? Get over here. But get over here. What the hell are you doing? That man is committing a crime. He's in possession of an alcoholic beverage, and that's illegal. Probably the only relief that poor bastard has in his life is to take a few swigs from a bottle without a cop coming in and breaking his chops. Are you telling me to turn a blind eye? In this case, yes. You're justifying a crime, Jack. No, for God's sakes. Don't be so square, okay? Good night, gentlemen. Hope you'll excuse my partner. It's his first day. It's nothing. He ought to apologize. Will you shut up, Willie? Don't make things any worse. Yeah, don't be such a cunt. No, kidding. Sorry. I just remembered that. Sorry. I just remembered that. It's a meme. I swear to you. It's just a meme. It's very funny. Everything okay over here? We sleep on the streets and have nothing to eat. What do you think? It's been like this since Ford plant in Salem axed half its workforce. Folks stop buying new cars. They can barely afford a used one. You guys are cops. Surely you can afford one. Man, if I told you what an Arkham cop makes, we'd both be crying. They owe me 3 months' pay. Oh, I didn't know that. We can squeeze you in here. It's warm. Oh, they're offering. That's so nice. I've actually, when I lived in Nashville, we ran into a few homeless people while we were in downtown Nashville, and honestly, just be kind to people, guys. Like, people are going through some crap out there, and sometimes they just want to like talk for a second, and then they'll just leave you alone. Like, it just be kind to people. You just don't know what somebody's going through, or you know how close. Everybody's like a paycheck away from being homeless sometimes, you know. Okay. What's the dog's name? That one? No idea. He's a newcomer. He thinks we'll feed him. Not the brightest bulb. Oh, be nice to the dog. Is your friend alright? Frank? Oh well, he's having a rough time. Indigestion. And we warned him. Yeah, be kind to people, but also be cautious. But, like, be kind. What do you mean you warned him? I told him not to eat the canned goods from the diner. A fellow from the diner next door gives away canned goods to us street folk. Think he's doing it to be a saint? That son of a bitch. It's expired and he knows it. They're from the time when Scott Joplin was studying piano. Look at the appetizing spinach, beef, sardines. When you open them, all you get is black oily paste. You're cops, right? Arrest him. He's committing a crime against public health. So the cans are bad. All of them. See for yourself. Nothing but a black oily paste. Alright, carry on. So can I open it? Open. Good lord, what a stench. What's in it? Label says it's sardines. Looks like crude oil to me. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I know we gotta go talk to somebody, but I'm a little peeved right now. Man's enjoying his meal. I got nothing to say to him. Welcome to Rob's. Today's special is American cheese sandwich. We're cops. We're on duty. Some other time, sweetheart. Can you read? Yes. What's the name on the tag? Betty? Alright, Betty, not sweetheart. That clear? Feisty names these days, huh? Don't call them that. Like what? You talk too much, Jack. That's just for every 2 words you say, save one. He said dame! He did it! Have you decided yet? Our huevos rancheros with bacon are killer. It's empty, but like I said, we're on duty. Suit yourselves. What are you doing here, Jack? Should be working the case. I'm hungry. I had to choose between a raise and being fed the entire menu. I'd take the raise, of course. Old Duars. Miss? Are you aware that it's legal to display alcohol advertisements in an establishment? May I remind you that alcohol is banned in the United States? We tried to take it down, but the screws are stripped. Well, cover it up or paint it over, Harvey. What? Relax, will you? Already took one. Reading the Boston Globe, I don't want to bother him. The smell of it, I'd say he's one hell of a cook. What's the cakes? Bottom one is raspberry jam and walnuts. One on top, triple chocolate. They look downright sinful. Thanks, baked it myself. Aw. Oh, I was hoping maybe we could, like, yell at him. Customers aren't allowed in the kitchen, mister. Okay, maybe we can't yell at him. Ugh. Wait, can I, like, show her? We don't do returns. Can't do that, sir. I want to talk to him. Come back here. Come back here. We're gonna talk to somebody for you to come back? There you are. Please don't bother Rob. Okay, fine. I was trying to help the poor guys out. Gentlemen. Cans are bad. All of them. See for yourself. None of them. Okay. I don't know if they'd say anything else. Okay, fine, fine. I'll do the mission. Marsh Antique Shop. Cash and trade only. Pay on the spot. Here it is. Before we go in, I should mention something to you. Shoot. Huh? Oh. Benjamin Marsh hails from Innsmouth. What do you know about Innsmouth? About 3 years ago, the feds stormed the town like the damn 7th Cavalry. They raided, arrested half the town, and dynamited the waterfront. I don't know what happened there, but it must have been big. Oh, and the folks have a strange look about them. Word is they're from inbreeding. I don't know, I've never seen one of them. People of Innsmouth are very reserved, and their distrust of strangers borders on paranoia. It took me many letters to gain his trust. I'm telling you this because it should be me who talks to him. Don't worry, I'll do all the talking. If he plays hard to get, I'll smack him around. Jack, it's a joke. A joke? Don't you have a sense of humor? Come on, let's go in. Remember, let me do the talking. Who are you? What the hell do you want? Mr. Marsh? Do I know you? Not in person. I'm Harvey Whitman. We've been corresponding here over the last few months. Harvey Whitman, huh? I don't talk to pigs. Get lost. Oh, Enough out of you. My turn. Listen, pal, I don't know what you think you are, but around here, I'm only one who gets to insult my partner, and that's me. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. What's the matter? Never seen anyone from Innsmouth before? Not this close. I saw a picture of one of you in the paper once. I thought it was blurry. Guess not. Allow me to make the introductions. I'm Detective Jack Foster, and this is my partner, Detective Harvey Whitman. Oh my god, Nos, no! I know who this guy is. For months he's pumping me for information about my knowledge of symbology. Turns out he's just a damn cop. Just like you. So you can both get the hell out. Hey, relax, will you? I I kind of wish the whole game was like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the regular pixels, but this is so cool looking too. Like, people do such good stuff with like pixel art. It's just, oh, it's so good. Anyways, just want some information on a strange symbol. My partner swears your Arkham's was foremost mind on occult symbols. And rightly so. Great, we've come to the right place. Now you can go somewhere else. I'm not helping you. It's police business. You ought to help. We're not here to look at antiques. It's police business, and you should help us. For my own good, is it? Is this where the threats come in? No one is going to threaten anyone, Mr. Marsh. Refusing to assist the Arkham's police could lead to your arrest. That is a threat! For obstruction of justice. It would be better for all of us to arrive at an amicable agreement. Or arrangement, sorry. Arrangement. God, I'm just reading what I think is there. What is it you're not understanding? I won't place my knowledge in the hands of oppressors. Sorry, yawn. Okay. I see you don't like the police. So you don't like the police, huh? I thought I had been subtle. This guy. Come on, what's with the bile? Your Arkham cops helped the feds destroy my hometown. Don't look at me, I wasn't there. You're part of the same repressive organization. We're just enforcing the law. Repressive laws. What happened in Innsmouth? The feds were investigating an alarming series of disappearances in the area. People disappear every day, everywhere. People are irresponsible and careless. Word is they've had a connection between the disappearances and a cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden. When I read a lot, sometimes that happens. Nonsense. This is America. Everyone must look the same and believe the same God. They don't want to be singled out. Want to know what happened in Innsmouth? Look at yourselves and then look at me. That's what happened in Innsmouth. We're asking you a favor, that's all. We're asking a small favor, that's all. Help us crack the symbols so we can close the case and we're gone. You'll never see us again. Help the police? Did the police help me in the Arkham Museum of the Unusual? What happened? What? No one spared a minute to hear me. What happened at the museum? It's none of your concern. Oh, I think it is. What happened at the Museum of the Unusual? Police taking a stand against anyone who's different from them. Okay, I didn't know if you say anything else. Why'd you call my partner Pig? Because he's a cop. I'm a cop too. Does that make me a pig too? That's right. Watch it, pal. You deceived me. Until your last letter, you didn't comment on what you did for a living. Our correspondence began as one scholar to another. Perhaps I should have mentioned it if it was so important to you. I beg your pardon. And on top of the data I provided to help you solve a case. I feel dirty for helping a fascist institution. I've never been to Innsmouth. Never been to Innsmouth. Would you recommend it? Is there good food in the area? Fish, I suppose. You missed nothing. Leave the people of Innsmouth alone and we'll return the courtesy. So you claim to be you're top hand in symbology. Yes, I've been studying the occult. I've been studying the occult symbology all my life. I've had access to books and documents that other scholars were killed for. I think you're bluffing. You're not doing more to me than a simple antique dealer. I don't think this fellow can help us, Harvey. I know what you're trying to do, detective, and that's not going to work on me. We'll be back. I hope not. See a certain resemblance to you. Is he a relative of yours? Captain Obed Marsh. Great expeditionary, the man behind Innsmouth's fat years. Word is he founded the esoteric order of the Dagon. Is that true? You know nothing about Captain Marsh or what went on in Innsmouth. Now, nor do you have the right to know. There are maritime plans, some of the Polynesian islands. It said that your town was twinned with a certain island in the area. Am I wrong? The knowledge of the history of Innsmouth belongs only to my people. Use it to your folklore, like Mickey Mouse or the Marx Brothers. Anything that counter catch your eye? Cash register, perhaps? I know what a cop earns, so stay away from it. Several pieces are covered with seaweed and mollusks. Have you thought about clearing them? Make a few extra bucks for that. They're not for sale. Nice ship. Did you build it? That's the Sumatra Queen. One of the ships Captain Obed Marsh used on the voyages to Polynesia. What was the purpose of the voyages? That's none of your business. Dang, dude. None of my business for none of this. Some of these pieces are ancient. Must be all over a century old. It's a good profit to be made for this, isn't there? They're not for sale. Nothing here is for sale. Nothing? Did you read the sign? Buy and trade only. I'm trying to recover everything that was looted from Innsmouth by law enforcement. Little by little, I'm getting there, especially thanks to this crisis. Nobody has any money, least of all the pigs who took advantage of the chaos to steal what belonged to my people. These are maps of Innsmouth. Wait a minute. A small dot on the map to the right, is that the so-called Devil's Reef? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey! You have no right to go in there. Sorry, I'm a detective. Professional habit. I don't like snoops, understand? Okay, well, I guess that's it right now. Nothing. Just checking. Okay. Well, let's take our leave. We'll be back. Y'all were sacrificing people and marrying others to fish demons. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Okay, so it's the Museum of the Unusual. For funsies. Welcome to the Arkham Museum of the Unusual. Enter with an open mind and prepare to transform your preconceived ideas about reality. The gaslight, the audacity! Professor Roman. Dvorak? Thanks to him, the museum has priceless pieces such as Eldrick Sand's cello. It's pity he's no longer with us. An early work by famous Arkham painter Richard Upton Pickman. It represents our role in the immensity of a cosmic void. If you're interested in his work, there are several originals in the adjoining gallery. You don't need to read all the rules. You simply use common sense, don't touch anything, and behave like adults. Mission 75 cents. Monthly pass $2.15. 2% discount for groups. With the price of one ticket, I go to the movies 3 times. The movies don't offer the same sensations as this museum. We might have a David Lynch moment here in a second. It's the skull of a member of the fearsome Chico people, natives of Southeast Asia. I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry. So far, no one has been able to see them and come out alive. This is as close as you'll ever get to them without endangering your physical integrity. I'll say that much sought after a treatise on primordial fear has caught your attention. I have received tempting offers from the Miskatonic University to make part of their collection, but what better place for here than this cursed book? Doctors Foster and Whitman. We ask a few questions, Mr. Floyd. Raymond Floyd. Yes, of course. I'm director of this museum. Is there a problem, detectives? The name Benjamin Marsh ring a bell? Oh yes, I'll remember him for the rest of my life. We understand the museum had a problem with him. An unfortunate incident that should never have occurred. So what happened? We have a gallery dedicated to the mysterious town of Innsmouth. Most outstanding piece in the collection is a figurine bearing the likeness of the primeval Cthulhu. Ah, there he is. It comes from the looting that took place in the town after the fence arrived. A unique piece. What's a primeval? They are deities from the depths of the cosmos. Cthulhu is one of them, worshipped by the entire population of Innsmouth. Go on. Marsh stormed in, claiming that the effigy belonged to his people and it shouldn't be displayed in a profane place like this. I explained to the museum that every right had to display it, but he wouldn't listen to reason. He made his way to the gallery and smashed the protective glass. I immediately called the police and tried to prevent him from taking it. During the struggle, he stabbed me in the right eye with one of the statue's spikes. Left me blind in the eye. Oh, crap. Cthulhu and me. Exactly. Did you press charges? Are you mad? Benjamin Marsh is a direct descendant of Obed Marsh. Do you know what that means? I don't want any trouble with the Marshes. Right even after he blinded you? Oh, detective, that's nothing compared to what could have happened to me. Did he take the figure? The police arrived in time to stop him, but when I refused to press charges, they decided to confiscate it as evidence in case I changed my mind. Harvey? Yes, I see. We have it at the station. We're displaying a replica in its place. It's not ideal, but it's only display originals here, but visitors are fascinated by it. Can we see the figure? Of course, but I already mentioned it's a replica. You can get it to the museum if you wish. It's always in supervision of our guide. Since the unfortunate incident I told you about, we've instituted a policy of constant surveillance of our visitors. We won't try anything funny. We're police officers, remember? Museum cannot afford to take any exceptions, detective. I trust you understand. So the original is logged as evidence of a crime. So you don't have the original. Our colleagues took it and it's cataloged in evidence. Exactly. Do you want it back? That would be required charging Benjamin Marsh, and the cure would be worse than the disease. So what's the museum about? The Arkham Museum of the Unusual aims to show visitors a reality that they are unaware of. We tend to live immersed in a life where superstition has become left behind and scientific reality is imposed to our day-to-day. We try to show, and above, not to forget that there are unusual and strange facts that exist around us. I bet you we're going to have to get the statue and give it to him and then he'll work with us. Where's the music coming from? We have installed an innovative music reproduction system based on magnetic media and distributed several speakers throughout our tour route. What you're hearing is a looped playback of the Through the Cosmos by Matthew Elm. It's an ideal piece that's moved for the visit, don't you think? We'll take a look around. Make yourselves at home, detectives. I'd like to go into Professor Winternaut's Museum of the Strange and Unusual. Where's that guide? I believe he's coming this way. Welcome to the Arkham Museum of the Unusual. Please step closer. My name is Horace Chambers, and I'll be your guide throughout the tour. I know that reference. Good. If you desire information about any of the pieces on display, I'd be happy to provide it. The tour begins in this room as we call the Gallery of the Damned Artists. More acquisitions will be coming soon. So if you can skip the guide's explanations by pressing the escape key. Okay. The three disturbing canvases are by the Boston artist Richard Upton Rickman. The hyper-realistic strokes and the intimidable technique have made the most celebrated painter in the city. There are certain rumors that insinuate the impact these paintings exert on the observer into the terrifying fact. The hellish creature exists. Pickman keeps his home and uses it as a model. Okay, I just want to see if I can look at it. You are looking at the work of promising California artist Clark Ashton Smith, poet, writer, and sculptor of nightmarish figurines from Lost Worlds. The figure is called Inhabitant of the Moon. Some claim that the image came to Smith in his sleep. The inhabitants of our satellite revealed the appearance to him through some inconceivable telepathic method. If you start talking backwards, you'll know exactly. You're looking at the nameless entity. Smith claims to have no memory of sculpting this piece. He simply woke up in the morning to this disturbing sculpture staring back at him from his workbench. Be so kind as you come with me. I love this! Look at this! You're in the Hall of Unusual Characters. Here we find those who defied science, or who were the center of events that would test the sanity of ordinary mortals. Herbert West. Friend of yours? I was part of the raid that arrested him. My first assignment after I was posted here. Oh. Okay, who's this guy? The case of Dr. Munoz was a perfect example to illustrate this room. He contracted severe illness in his native Barcelona. Years later, he settled into a small room in New York boarding house. He had installed an ammonia-based cooling system that kept the room at a very low temperature in order to control his illness. However, when he saw his body begin to deteriorate with unusual speed due to a failure in the cooling system, Munoz asked other tenants for help. He asked them for huge quantities of ice, knowing that the stores would be closed by the hour. When they returned, they found no trace of Munoz's except for a viscous puddle that was in the middle of the room. The doctor had left a hastily written letter. Munoz had been dead for 18 years. He kept himself alive thanks to the cold air that preserved his tissues. What? Erich Zahn was a virtuoso German cellist who lived in seclusion in a garret on Rue de Ossel in Paris. Every night, the tenants of the boarding house heard strange and frantic music played compulsively coming from Zahn's room. One of them befriended the musician and witnessed some terrifying events. According to the account, Zahn was stalked every night by a strange and gigantic creature that only his ghostly music kept at bay. Upon witnessing these events, the man fled the building and reported the incident to the guard. Unfortunately, they did not find Erich Zahn. In fact, they couldn't even find the Rue de Ossel. Wow. Okay. Dr. Herbert West, a modern-day Dr. Frankenstein, better known as the Butcher of Arkham. Obsessed with defeating death, he created a formula that, when jetted into corpses, brought it back to life. However, the reanimation came with a horrible consequence. The revived ones tended to have animalistic behavior with homicidal tendencies. West believed that this was because the formula was more effective on corpses that were more recent. He began to indiscriminately desecrate graves in the Christchurch cemetery, which had led to his arrest by the authorities. What happened to all the survived corpses? They were put down. It is believed that those who escaped still roam Arkham. This is so cool! The world building! Will you be so kind as to come with me? In the recent discovery of the 9th planet in our solar system, Pluto, we have turned our eyes to the stars. This made us realize that we are just a speck of dust in the cosmos. We are unaware of the mysteries and dangers that await us in those worlds, because we do not know that there are other worlds we are not aligned with our plane of existence. Expand your mind and get to know the other realities. In certain astronomical circles, there's a talk of the existence of a dark and mysterious planet, Yugoth? I know I probably pronounced that wrong. Isolated in the far reaches of our solar system. Several writings claim that it is inhabited by Migo, an alien race of fungi that can travel through the cosmos. What you are looking at is a depiction of its surface by French painter Antoine Girard. The Earth is constantly bombarded by meteorites. Here you can delight in admiring a select collection of the fragments from other worlds, the closest contact the humanoid can have with the immensity of the cosmos. The press article published by the 1931 in the Astrophysical Society of America's Journal. Cited by the prestigious astronomer Julius Tinegast, the text offers a series of arguments claiming that the newly discovered planet Pluto is actually Yugoth. Tinegast warns of the dangers of this planet and suggests that the research on it be halted. He points out that future contact with Pluto could be devastating to the fate of mankind. Okay, the planets. Planet Pluto, the ninth in the solar system, discovered 3 years ago by astronomer Clyde William Tombaugh, is fueled theories and expectations about the existence of extraterrestrial life. If you look down at the display case, you will see that these theories are supported by irrefutable evidence. The stone was found at the bottom of the Miles Standish State Forest swamp. This part of the meteorite was originated on planet Pluto. Scientists were amazed to find that despite stellar erosion, there were unnatural carvings visible on the rock. The rock could be part of an artificial structure on Pluto. In other words, the ninth planet of our solar system was inhabited. Was inhabited, gotcha. This is the first material evidence of extraterrestrial life. Amazed? Sorry, sometimes I read it in my head quicker than I say it out loud. Welcome back. Randolph Carter. The young man claims to have traveled for strange worlds without moving from the spot through his dreams. The accounts of his travels to unknown Kadath or the dangerous Dilath Lean are so detailed and realistic that they have dismissed their being mere invention. Carter is scheduled to undergo an exhaustive scientific explanation next month at the Miskatonic University in order to confirm his claims. Oh, yeah. What's in there? In 1927, hundreds of witnesses saw an anomaly directed above the Empire State Building in New York. From their statements, it was deduced to be a dimensional breach. There were witnesses who could see through the point of the cosmos that did not correspond to our own. What you'll see behind that curtain is a recreation of what happened that day. It was created by Willis O'Brien, who was in charge of the special effects for the hit movie King Kong. As you can see, the museum has spared no expense. Spared no expense. Shall we take a look? Yeah, why not? I'm curious. I can't see shit. Bus start, don't be impatient. Oh, a dimensional gap. The end. Got an achievement for that. What did you think? Magnificent special effects. Let's go to the next room. This room is dedicated to the enigmatic town of Innsmouth. The character's secrecy has not been an obstacle for the Arkham Museum as usual to provide you with all the information about it. The museum would like to thank Zadok Allen for his cooperation in making this room. There's a statue. Okay, hold on. I might yawn. Nope. Okay. Oh, nope. Sorry. Okay. Captain Obed Marsh. In the middle of the last century, Innsmouth was going through a crisis that reduced all its farm fishing activity and plunged its inhabitants to absolute poverty. So, on one of his chartered voyages to the South Seas, he discovered a small village on one of the islands where strange amphibious creatures were worshipped, offering gold and abundant fish in exchange for human sacrifices. Marsh brought these creatures with him and hid them on Devil's Reef, which you can see on the left. The town flourished again as its golden years, and the inhabitants of Innsmouth embraced the claims and belief of those beings and even mixed their blood. Those who opposed the diabolical alliance were purged, leaving the town inhabited only by those akin to the creatures and their strange offspring. You may have seen other portraits of the captain with more, shall we say, conventional appearance. But this is his true countenance, the result of close relationship with those creatures in the underworld, at least in the last years of his life. Yeah, sorry, when I read a bunch, I just get yawny for some reason. The Devil's Reef. Located a mile and a half from Innsmouth Harbor, it is, or rather was, the place where Captain Obed Marsh hid the strange creatures he brought with him from the South Seas in his caves. Thanks to eyewitness account, the federal government took action and torpedoed the base of the reef with submarines, putting it into the bloody alliance between the creatures and the inhabitants of Innsmouth. However, it is said that the network of caves and inlets extends the abyssal depths, and those beings are still there. Here you have a news item for the Arkham Advertiser in February 1928. Recounts a secret investigation that the federal government agents carried out in Innsmouth. Raids and arrests were carried out, and numerous houses and factories were blown up. This article also mentions that most of those arrested ended up in prison or in concentration camps. Weeks after this news broke, it became known that many of them had escaped from these facilities. The current inhabitants of Innsmouth, dependent on the blasphemous hybridization between species, undergo a metamorphosis throughout their lives. It is also noticeable in the young, but it is those in an advanced age. Once they reach middle age, their appearance resembles that of creatures found by open marsh, and they feel the call of the sea. And they begin a new and immortal life dedicated to the worship of their god, the great primeval god Cthulhu. Can I ask you, have you ever been to Innsmouth? No. Dunwich or is the first Ipswich is the furthest I've ever been from Arkham. The city holds me prisoner. I should start talking to him. I keep forgetting to talk to him about things. Tablet. The inhabitants of Innsmouth confess no orthodox religion. Their god is Cthulhu, whose representation you can see on the central part of the room and their church's esoteric order of the Dagon. The ancient tablet, with its carved emblem, was found among the ruins of the old Masonic church and the new church green where the order was installed. Can I go back? Hold on. Step back to their world's room. I want to see if he says something different. I should probably check that. Do you believe that life exists on other planets? There are millions of worlds out there. Statistically, there must be, don't you think? So you know the guy with the syringe. I just hope to arrest him. But I'm fascinated by his scientific achievements. Okay. Interesting. That's all he says? Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to see if he said anything else to that stuff, because... Okay. Just want to make sure he didn't say anything different. Sometimes you gotta check this stuff, you know? Okay. The Great Old One Cthulhu. Cosmic entity has secretly worshipped by the vast majority of Innsmouth's inhabitants. It is said to be dreaming in the sunken city of Rylith, waiting for the Rylith or something. Waiting for the day when it will be free to reign over the earth once more. You're looking at a replica, by the way. Until recently, the exhibit the original founder in Innsmouth raids. A minor incident deprived us of it. We hope to show it to the public again someday. Okay. Anything else? Nope. The room excludes houses from the infamous painting The Faces of Madness by Francis Holt. Why isn't the first room with the others? Museum had to relocate the piece because what? I'll go inside and explain. It's a fascinating story. Come with me. Francis Holt was a promising German painter whose interest was the dark arts became an obsession. Concerned about the young man's mental health, his family committed him to an asylum where he spent the rest of his life. It is known from his writings that he continued his studies of the arcane magic there. Painting behind the curtain, The Faces of Madness, is a result of merging that magic with his art. Why hold to this is unknown. What is known for certain is that viewing this painting can affect the observer. In what way? Paranoia, depression, anger. Each person reacts differently when exposed to the painting. We were convinced that the stories about his work were mere exaggerations, but when we showed it to the public, we realized that everything he said was true. I'm intrigued. Can we see it? Management decided not to exhibit it till further notice. We had some problems with some visitors. We're not just visitors. Pull back the curtain and let's see it. We won't tell anyone. I'm not authorized to do that, sir. I don't even have the piece to activate the mechanism that moves the curtain. Bummer. I was curious about the story. Faces of Madness by Francis Holt, 1876. Mechanism is missing a piece. Curious to see that painting. Is there anything I could... Doesn't fit. Ah! I tried. Oh, is that it? Well, there'd be like an exit. Wait, no, there's gotta be an exit, right? Hold on. Am I crazy? Okay, good, I can skip. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Okay. Innsmouth room. Pain affects the viewer differently. I can assure you that personally, sir. In my case, I would say that the effect has to me similar of hypnosis. That the painting were calling to me and won't let me look away. It's hard to explain. Can't move the curtain. Somebody's holding the rings in place. Okay, I wanted to see. I thought maybe, you know. Is there a way over here? No. Okay. Leaving already? Come back anytime. We'd like to see Francis Holt painting. The Vases of Madness. I'm afraid that won't be possible. Painting has upset many visitors lately. Some have even had violent reactions that have caused us problems. I've decided to show it, not to show it to the public for the time being, but consider what to do with it. I'm sorry I can't oblige. Okay. Oh, you know what? That is a good stopping place for this recording. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit all the buttons, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.